Hey guys, this is the Twirly Goblin here, and welcome to the first deck build video of the channel. I decided that I better start off the channel with videos of my decks, just so you guys can know how I like to play. So, I have two decks. This first one will be my favorite deck. Ever since this deck came out, I have run it every format and made it playable every format. It's still not quite done. I still need 4 or 5 more cards, but it still plays really well without those cards. It'll just be a little better when I have them, obviously. So, without further ado, here is my Crystal Beast deck. First up is Triple Pegasus, because there has never been a Crystal Beast deck that worked without Triple Pegasus. It's level 4, 1800 attack, so it's pretty decent. He is basically the Stratos of the deck. Next up, Triple Amethyst Cat. I run a more aggressive version of the deck. He will allow for rank 3 XCs, and his effect will allow him to attack directly. He may have weak attack, but that effect, all in all, makes the deck more aggressive. And I find him better than the Beatstick monster, which is coming up next. Topaz Tiger. I run 2. He's good. Level 4, so he's good for rank 4s. 1600 attack. The reason why he's the strong creature out of the Crystal Beasts is because he gains 400 attack when he attacks. Now that's pretty good, but obviously there are lots of cards that can beat over him, which is why I prefer Triple Amethyst Cat over Triple Tiger, because the cat can attack directly and always do damage, as opposed to this creature only being able to do damage if there's a weaker creature. And next up, Double Carbuncle. I would run 3, and I have before. I just find for this format, 2 works better. It's very consistent, and what it does is, if you special summon the creature, any Crystal Beasts that are in your spell and trap card zone, as a continuous spell card, are special summoned to your monster card zone. That is a broken effect, especially with Ancient City Rainbow Ruins on the field. Oh, and I forgot to mention that all the Crystal Beasts, when they're destroyed, become continuous spell cards. Well, you can choose to make them continuous spell cards instead of sending them to the grave. Anyway, moving on. Double Eagle. He's good for recycling your Pegasus. Not very good attack, but he's good for rank 4s. All in all, pretty decent. This is your defender, Crystal Beast Emerald Tortoise. I run 2. He has 2000 defense, 600 attack, and later on in the build, you will find that he works extremely well with his effect works extremely well with one of my strong creatures. And now, for the final Crystal Beast. This is a Rainbow Dragon build, so I have 7. All 7. Mammoth. 1700 attack. It's decent. I find his effect the most worthless out of all of them. Although most of the effects are pretty decent, I don't really ever find much use for the effect. I think I've only used it once, maybe. But I run 2 because you need him to bring out your boss creature, Rainbow Dragon. I run triple because, well, it's a Rainbow Dragon build. And if you can get out all 3 of these, you can XE for that super dimensional robot galaxy, whatever his name is, which is really awesome because that's 5000 attack and 3 shots of a really decent effect. And I've done that probably 4 or 5 times with this deck in the past couple months. So yeah. And now, next up, I am running 2 Summoner Monks. This is an extremely heavy spell lineup, so Summoner Monk will help speed up the deck a little bit, allow you to special summon some creatures, all that good stuff. And next up, Jinzo. I know he's technically not meta, but I thought it was a good tech choice, because a lot of decks today run a lot of traps. And he will negate those traps. Plus, 2400 attack, pretty decent. He's only one tribute, which is awesome. And on top of that, he only affects one card in the deck with his effect. And next up, Malefic Cyber Dragon. You run 4 field cards in this deck. He's level 10, so he can be used to bring out your super dimensional Robo dude. And he's 4000 attack. That is awesome. And next up, staple of the Crystal Beast deck, Haman. Level 10, 4000 attack and defense. If he's in defense mode, your opponent has to attack him. Your opponent can't attack any of the other creatures on your side of the field. And if he destroys a monster by battle and deals damage, you get to deal an extra 1000 points of damage to your opponent. Very decent. You can special summon him by tributing 3 continuous spell cards on your side of the field. So 3 of your Crystal Beast monsters in your spell and trap card zone. And that is the monster lineup. If I remember, that is 20. And now on to my spells. First field card, Advanced Dark. I am going to be dropping 2 of the 3 Ancient City Rainbow Ruins in this deck for 2 more Advanced Darks. Advanced Dark is absolutely broken. All Crystal Beast monsters on the field and in the graveyard become dark. It'll allow for Chaos plays and for Dark Armed use. And if Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon attacks, negate the effects of the attack target during the battle phase, which is pretty good. And then during damage calculation, if a Crystal Beast monster would be destroyed by battle and you would take battle damage, you can remove a Crystal Beast from your deck to your graveyard and take no battle damage that turn. That is a broken effect for Crystal Beasts, because it'll allow, basically in 7 attacks, you are set for your Rainbow Dragon. It gives newfound purpose to the Crystal Beast deck. Like, the old field card is amazing. It's really good, which is why I'll still run 1 once I get the other 2 Advanced Darks. But this field card really makes the deck meta. I bet it'll be tier 3, 4, maybe even 2. I doubt 1, but it could possibly be 2 in the near future. Anyway, moving on. Next, 3 Ancient City. This has been the drive behind every Crystal Beast deck. This field card has 5 awesome effects. 1, it can't be destroyed by card effects if there's a Crystal Beast, if there's 1 Crystal Beast in your spell or trap card zone or more. If there's 2 or more, once per turn you can half battle damage you take. 3 or more, once per turn you when a spell or trap card is activated, you can tribute a Crystal Beast card on your side of the field, so that includes the spell and trap cards, and negate the activation and destroy the spell or trap card. That only works during your turn, but if it's a quick play trap card, then you can counter it with this effect. 4+, you get to draw 1 card once per turn during your main phase, and 5+, you can special summon 1 Crystal Beast from your spell and trap card zone to your monster card zone. That is broken with Carbuncle there. Next up, Terraforming. Search out your field cards. Now for the Crystal Beast spells. 2 Crystal Beacon. If you have 2 or more Crystal Beast monsters in your spell trap card zone, you can special summon a Crystal Beast from your deck. Great search card. Extremely broken with Pegasus. Next, Crystal Release. I only run 1. I know the deck is meant to be more aggressive this way, but I think 2 or even 3 is just too much. So what it does, it's an equip card. You can equip it to a Crystal Beast. That creature gains 800 attack, and if the spell card is destroyed, whether it be by your Crystal Beast being destroyed or by the spell card itself being destroyed by like MST or something, you can put a Crystal Beast from your deck to your spell and trap card zone, which is awesome. Next up, Crystal Tree. Continuous spell card. What it does is every single time a Crystal Beast is put in your spell trap card zone, you get to put a crystal counter on it, max 2. You contribute this card and put Crystal Beasts from your deck to your spell and trap card zone equal to the amount of crystal counters on the card. It's pretty broken. Next up is your graveyard control. Triple Crystal Blessing. This will allow you to make plays you normally couldn't. Say you have a turtle and a Pegasus in your graveyard and a beacon in your hand, as well as this blessing, but you don't have Crystal Beasts in your spell trap card zone. Activate the blessing, put the 2 creatures into your spell trap card zone, activate the beacon. Pretty simple. Next up, the draw power of the deck outside of the field card. Triple rare value. If you have 2 or more Crystal Beasts in your spell trap card zone, you contribute 1 and draw 2 cards. Well, your opponent chooses 1, you tribute it, and then you draw 2 cards. Pretty decent. Allows you to get rid of Crystal Beasts in your spell trap card zone if you want room. Next, triple MST. Can't run Heavy Storm in this deck, you'll only hurt yourself. So MST is the best choice. Dark Hole, obviously, staple in basically every deck. Monster Reborn, obviously, once again, it's a staple in every deck. And I run 1 trap because I like the card. You can easily drop this for one of the Crystal Beast traps, but I find this one to be more beneficial. Mirror Force. Your Crystal Beast creatures are pretty weak. If your opponent has a huge field and you have a Mirror Force set, you're probably going to want to use that Mirror Force to get rid of that field, because the Crystal Beasts are probably not going to be able to stand up against that field. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. The deck can be run with the Super Dimensional Robo Dude, that rank 10 that's out, 3 level 10s. Bring him out, 5,000 attack, because obviously you run a lot of level 10s in the deck. And you can easily incorporate rank 3 and 4 XYZs. I do, and it's pretty broken when you got a Carbuncle in your spell trap card zone. Instantly bring out 2, possibly even 3 XYZs. The deck makes great plays, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. This is the Twirly Goblin signing out.